I did not call you fat. I didn't call you fat.
And now you're flipping the bird at me.
So we watched Angie Tribeca this week, and
we saw her in person.
yes, we did. We saw her in person.
We saw her at New York Comic Con. We got tickets at like midnight.
The night before. And it was worth it because we got to see Rashida Jones. And so we got to actually watch her new show, Angie Tribeca, well, the first episode at Comic Con. It's produced by Steve Carell and Nancy Carell, Steve Carell, I mean, The Office is absolutely amazing. So, of course, I was excited to see this Angie Tribeca.
Did you know that Angie Tribeca was an inside joke between Steve Carell and his wife?
No,
that they would like make up this character called Angie Tribeca. Yeah.
Why would they make this character up?
I don't know. Maybe it was like bedroom play. I have no idea.
Nancy's actually Angie Tribeca. Maybe. But so as a kid, I used to watch a lot of movies with my dad, like Naked Gun or Airplane. And there's this one specific scene from Airplane that, of course, everybody knows, and it's where the airplane has a lot of turbulence and the lady's just jiggling. Our thoughts on the show. Jenna, why don't you go first? Tell us what you thought about the show.
I thought it was really fresh. It was like a nice change from all those like documentary style, like
gotcha.
everything like after modeled after like The Office, but you know we love Steve Carell, I love Parks and Rec, Modern Family, and all that. But it was a nice change. I don't know. I like that it was corny. I like that corny sense of humor. I think it's clever.
It is not.
It is clever.
I strongly disagree because so they did a really awesome thing. Good job for doing a unique binge watch marathon on cable, but
the first of its kind, I think.
Definitely the first of its kind. But it was just, I couldn't get past watching 2 episodes at a time. It was just too corny. I'm sorry. It was.
I didn't watch more than like 1 or 2 episodes at a time.
Because it's not a binge watch worthy show.
What makes something binge watch worthy?
Where at the end of the show you're just like, I need to watch more. But at the end of an Angie Tribeca show, it's like, okay, I got that corny humor out of the way for the day.
Like you're so like gung ho about like Game of Thrones and things like that.
Of course, because it's violent and that's all
she cares about. As long as there's blood and gore.
Blood and gore, that's it. That's all you need for a show to be good. No, but
I mean, I feel like something doesn't have to be totally amazing or totally different for it to be good.
Not a binge watch worthy show.
Watch worthy. I don't know. There's a lot of shows actually that aren't that binge watch worthy that people binge watch, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like Workaholics, can't watch more than 1 episode at a time. Or Girls.
Workaholics, I am going to agree with you.
I've watched Girls since the first season.
I'm going to agree with you on Workaholics as well. It's just like, I guess maybe comedy shows and no,
like slapstick
can't say that.
comedy.
Slapstick comedy for sure is really difficult to watch, binge watch. But I mean, they still did an awesome job of actually doing that, being the first to do that on cable and not just going the Netflix or Hulu route where they put it all out at once, but and then you have constant access to it. Instead, you have to sit there on TBS and watch it for the full, 5 hours?
Yeah.
5 hours of watching 10 episodes of Angie Tribeca. But,
I don't even know if it's available online or on demand.
I think, it is on cable, on demand. That's how I watched it since...
Well, these types of shows, especially with comedies, they just wind up going into syndication really soon.
What's that, Jenna? Such big words.
Syndication. Syndication means they play a TV series on a different channel or even on the same channel, like at a specific time, like the old reruns of episodes. This is what people did when they didn't have cable and when they didn't have DVR.
I need it now.
Yeah.
But I want to watch it.
Yeah, when you wanted to watch, if you missed something, you'd have to wait for it to go into syndication. And usually, a lot of shows wouldn't go into syndication until they had at least 100 episodes.
I'll do that for Bob's Burgers. Watch Bob's Burgers really late at
I can't
night.
binge watch Bob's Burgers.
What?
I can't. I can watch almost a whole episode before I get like I
Almost
love Bob's Burgers. Don't get me wrong. Bob's Burgers is like 8 out of an 8, but I don't know what it is. I think there's just like a point in like because it's formulaic. All shows are, and it's a point in that formula that I just like zone out, and then it pulls me back. You know, I'll sit there through it, but like I'll just like start like fiddling on my phone or something like that.
Speaking of ratings, what would you rate Angie Tribeca?
I would rate Angie Tribeca at 6.5 pizza slices out of 8.
No, absolutely not. I would rate Angie Tribeca 4 out of 8 pizza slices. But I love you, Rashida Jones. Don't take that to heart. It wasn't you. I love you. But,
I think it's like one of those shows that you can go back and watch and find something different every time you watched it. Like something you didn't necessarily catch in the beginning.
It's so simple. It's such a simple.
It is really simple, which I think gives it like a very broad
It's not
range
like
that a lot of people are gonna watch it. I feel it's definitely gonna get a second season.
Maybe one more season.
No, it's probably gonna get more than one more season.
Let's bet on it.
What do you want to bet?
You buy me $20 worth of comics if they
Okay.
if they don't get more than 2 seasons.
We're gonna have to wait a while for that.
That's fine.
Fine. Okay.
That's fine. What do you want?
You're gonna buy me $20 worth of pops.
Oh, fine. Deal.
Deal.
You guys better hold her to it because
Hold
Angie
her to
Tribeca is not gonna go past 2 seasons.
I think it will. I think it will. No one thought The Office was gonna make it more than 1 season.
Well, they're crazy. They're wild.
Well, now we do because it was ahead of its time.
It was a remake.
Yeah, it was a remake, but the British are different.
The Brits.
They're a little bit ahead in terms of TV, I feel. I always find that because they bring so many shows from Britain to the United States, and then when you watch them here, like one of them was Being Human, and it was amazing, the BBC version or Britain version. I don't know if it was on BBC at first, but that's what we call it here in the States. Anything that's from Britain is automatically BBC. Anyway, when they brought it here, I was like, this is horrible. Like, how did it get as many seasons as it did when it was so good?
That's our weekly geek.
Yeah.
So
Make sure
you follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram.
Please.
Alchemss.
And also, if you can subscribe to us, that would be cool too. So until next week, bye. Let's start a fire.